Hello once again, Antoni here, back with another album review, and this time I'm taking a look at Jonas Kaufmann Wagner, which I listened to during my flight from Buenos Aires to Paris. And on the podium for this album was Donald Runnicles, who conducted the Orchester der Deutsche Oper Berlin. Now, I don't need to explain any further of why I love Jonas Kaufmann as a tenor. You can already watch that in my review of Massenet's Werther, which was shown live stream from the Metropolitan Opera House. But I will say this again. He has such a baritonal quality to his voice that makes him very perfect for singing a lot of the repertoire from the spinto, dramatic, and held in tenor repertoire. And, well, compared to his years as a lyric tenor in the 1990s, his career as a tenor is really evolving throughout time, from singing such lyric tenor roles from Ferrando and Tamino from the Mozart operas, to nowadays singing the roles of De Grieux from Puccini's Manon Lescaut, Wagner's Lohengrin, and Wagner's Siegmund from Die Walkure. It really shows just how much of an interesting career development this tenor has, but he's not the only tenor who had such a development. Well, we had Leo Slezak and many other tenors from the past who found themselves singing the lyric tenor repertoire, and even not to mention the likes of Siegfried Jerusalem and Peter Hoffmann, who have found themselves singing lyric tenor roles, but then gradually have started to sing the heavier repertoire, the Heldentenor repertoire, that they are nowadays more famous for. And with Kaufmann, I really have to say that I really love the timbre of his voice. It's so reminiscent of these, tenors who have very baritonal timbres and who in fact started out as baritones, the likes of Ramon Vinay, Renato Zanelli, John Vickers, and even Plácido Domingo himself. His timbre is very much similar to those type of tenors, though with his voice it's very focused, very lyrical, and he really knows how to sing those pianissimo notes very well when it comes to operas like Werther. So without further ado, let's get to what I thought about the album itself. I thought it was just very awesome. It really shows just how versatile he is as a tenor. And the highlights for this album for me have to be Ein Schwert verhieß mein Vater, which is the aria sung by Siegmund in Die Walkure, in which he laments the loss of his father and has found the sword on the tree that he has to pull out to save Sieglinde from her loveless marriage from Hunding. The other highlight has to be In Fernem Land, which I thought was beautifully sung. He really pays attention to those notes, especially with this type of aria, and he sings it with such pathos and such beauty that it's just so heavenly. It's no wonder why fans and critics alike really love this tenor as Lohengrin. I also like his other arias, the ones that he sang from Tannhauser, such as In Brunst im Herzen, Dass der mein Vater nicht ist Siegfried. I love that too. I really thought that he was able to give that type of youthful and very energetic portrayal of Siegfried, even though I do prefer a higher sounding voice that has the same type of metal as Siegfried. Am Stillen Herd from Die Meistersinger von Nurnberg, which I thought was just gorgeously sung. And then we have the Wesendonck Lieder, the Der Engel, Stehe still, Im Treibhaus, Schmerzen, and Träume. I thought they were just beautifully sung. So overall, this account of Jonas Kaufmann singing Wagner was just gorgeous. He really knows how to pay attention to the text, and he really knows how to sing and not bark his voice all the way through. His voice was just absolutely flawless, and it really helps with such a fine-sounding baritonal timbre. So without further ado, I'm going to give this album a 5 out of 5 stars, and it's also helped by the great conducting by Donald Runnicles, who also knows how to pay attention to the text. And, well, what more can I say? If this album is playing in your in-flight entertainment, by all means, go ahead and listen to it. You can even listen to this on Spotify, and you can even watch this on YouTube. And I'm sure that if you find the complete album on YouTube and even some excerpts of this album on YouTube, then you will not be disappointed, especially if you're a die-hard Jonas Kaufmann fan. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in later for what is probably going to be my last album review for this month, and probably not just for this hour, but also for this month, which is a review of Rolando Villazón singing Verdi arias. So until then, see you later, everybody.